Trying to run for a seat in which people say Gene Taylor can't be beat. Gene Taylor, he's for the military. He's for life. He's for guns. Well, who isn't? What Mississippian is not? Well, maybe Benny Thompson's not up in the 2nd District, but who is not? We're all for that. Folks, it's that 85.5% of a voting record that has to do with voting for people like Nancy Pelosi. It's to having that voting record that, yeah, he didn't vote like the Democrats did on cap and trade, but let me go back to a stimulus package and a budget package that he voted to keep stuff in a budget. He voted to increase spending in the stimulus in the budget, but when it came down to voting for the budget and the stimulus, he voted against it. You can't have the best of both worlds, folks. You've got to stand for principle. You've got to stand for what you believe in. And it's time we start making our elected officials be responsible to us. They work for us.
All right, that's right. That's right.
It doesn't matter if there's alderman, a city councilman, a mayor, a governor, a president. They work for us. We, the people. The House of Representatives is known as the People's House. Folks, I don't know if it's the People's House anymore, because we've let other folks, decide everything for us. We have been silent too long. And it's time we stand up and we stand for what is right. You're here because you don't like the direction America is headed. I don't like the direction we're headed either. Because it's down a road where we are forgetting about life. We're going into liberal ideas. We're spending money like we got it. Washington tells us, you tighten your belt. What do? Spend more money. That's the way you do it, right?
They take their belt off.
Take their belt off. That's right. They can't wear it anymore. They've gotten so big. So when are we going to say enough is enough? Whenever I go around and tell people that we've been out here for over a year fighting this cause, our agenda that we had set up was an agenda that was out there well before the Republican convention ever met, well before Glenn Beck started with his 9/12 principles. They were out there before then. But when I look at all that, it's all good material. It's all good stuff. But it's information, folks, that if we don't do anything with it, what good's it going to do? We've got to take this information out to people. We've got to go out and share with them what's going on and share how disgusted and upset we are. I've heard people say, we're tired of the way politics have been going. Well, we don't always show it, though, do we? But it's time we start saying, this is the way we feel. And we start going out and voting. You run against some people in this last election, they said, we're not even going to go and vote. There's no need in it. McCain's going to win. I said, really? If we don't get out and vote, he's going to lose. And folks, look at the numbers. We lost. We lost because we're taking for granted the right that men and women have given their life for. And I have a serious problem when people want to gripe and complain, but they don't go and vote.
That's right.
That's not right. It's a sacred right that we have that should never be taken for granted. Two issues were mentioned while Wade was speaking, and I thank Wade because he's one of the few commentators, radio personalities, that you can call into that just lets you talk. And that's what he did for me on Thursday. We spoke for about 20-25 minutes, and he just listened. And every once in a while, whenever I took a breath, he would chime in, right there with me. And I thank Wade for allowing me this opportunity to come out and speak with you all today. But you've heard something about the right to bear arms. How many of you are familiar with the Gun Owners of America? Somebody familiar with Gun Owners of America? Gun Owners of America is not to be confused with the NRA. The NRA is true a pro-gun organization, but Gun Owners of America takes it to another extreme. Gun Owners of America is a more conservative organization that looks more at the total Constitution. Do you know what Gene Taylor scored with Gun Owners of America? Anybody? Gene Taylor got a C. You know what John McCay got? An A. Huge difference, folks. Huge difference. Now, the NRA, we both got an A. Well, that's just the way that one goes. You also heard something about illegal immigration. Problem with illegal immigration around here? You better believe there's a problem with illegal immigration. Whenever I took a poll that came to me that I had to send in my responses to, there were 12 questions asked to us by an illegal immigration organization to fight the problem with immigration. Out of everybody in the state of Mississippi that was running for federal office, one person got an A. One. That was myself. One person got an A. Everybody else got a, was getting B pluses and stuff like this. There were some that got D's and F's. But folks, we're willing to say we stand for something. We stand for principles. We stand for wanting to look at this whole IRS issue. How many of you are afraid of April 15th? Gosh, why are we afraid of that day? Well, they've made it that way. Why are we taxed to death? What does T stand for? Taxed enough already. How much more in taxes can we afford?
None.
None. We're already paying too much.
That's right.
We're paying too much in taxes. But you know what? This district, for the last 20 years, has voted for somebody that has voted in favor of every tax increase that's ever come across the floor of the United States House of Representatives. But you know what? I don't blame you for not knowing that. Because they don't want you to know that. Because some of the media doesn't want you to hear the whole story. They want you to know that he's pro-life, pro-gun, and that he's pro-military. But folks, there's a lot more issues out there than that. And that's where we're taking him to task. Some of you are starting to ask the questions at town hall meetings. Have you been to one lately? Have you heard about them? They're going pretty bad, aren't they? Because people have had enough. You're fed up with it. And that's a good thing, especially for our campaign, because the questions are starting to be asked. So folks, we want to say we're out there. We've got a tough campaign ahead of us because we've got, you can't even qualify yet. It's January before you can even qualify for running again. But our campaign hasn't stopped. You can Google us online. Our website address is mccayforcongress.com. MC, remember C for Congress, mccayforcongress.com. You can find information about us, and we'll be more than happy to come and speak to your events, share information with you. But our agenda is very much a pro-conservative, pro-constitution agenda. We've even talked about how the Federal Reserve has totally debased our currency, how it is truly worth nothing, and how something must be done. We're talking about the issues that are important to you. And I want to thank y'all again for allowing me the opportunity to come out today, just to be with you, just to share with you on this 4th of July, a day in which we celebrate our nation's freedom, and that we're here together, peacefully protesting, just to say we've had enough. So again, thank you for allowing me to be here today. Thank you for your support in the past, and we hope that you'll give us support in the future. And yes, the election's not until November 2010, but we've got a lot of work